Okay, so can we also talk about like the types of people that these establishments like attract to? Okay, I've never liked KFC in my life. Like I've never been a person to be like, oh my god, let's go to KFC. Like I've never felt that way about KFC. Like, bitch, I love Popeyes. Like I always love Popeyes. I don't know why. I just always did, right? But like KFC, I've spent some time in there since I've been here, right? Like, they always give me a drink hub, like, and the bathroom's usually clean enough for me to, like, use the bathroom, right? But, like, I went into KFC to apply for a job, right? And the lady who worked there, she, like, gave me the information, whatever, to apply. And then I was gonna talk to her about the employment opportunity because my whole situation with my ID, and she like looked me up and down and she's like, I'll get with you in a second, and she never got back to me. So mind you, I go here like often to use the bathroom and shit, so like it's not like she never sees me. She see me, right? So every time she sees me, it's like she waits for me to like come up to talk to her as if I'm about to like beg her for a job. Like, bitch, you said you was gonna talk to me and you never made time to talk to me. Therefore, I'm under the impression that you don't want to talk. So I'm not going to sit here and beg you for a job, beg you for employment. Like, I just don't have any experience anywhere else and I just need to fucking work here. Like, it's like the end of the fucking world. And it's crazy because I overheard her having a conversation with this lady about like God's will, or like when God tells her to do something, like she just does it. Like she doesn't complain because, you know, I know that means that I'm gonna get blessed immediately afterwards. And then she started talking about the lottery and like, yeah, I went and helped this girl out because I'm trying to win the lottery, blah 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 blah. Not saying that she's just helping this girl out, literally saying that the only reason that she's helping this girl out is so that she could win the fucking lottery. And then saying like, oh yeah, when God tells me to do something, I just do it. And I'm like, there's a white cat right here. And I'm like, listening to the conversation, like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck is this? And then like I noticed like all the people in there, like the older people, like they literally remind me of, okay, I'm not gonna say that because that sounds bad. I'm not gonna say that. But like the energy is just giving like slavery never ended. Like one day we'll be free, but bitch, today is definitely not the day. It's giving like what they consider to be hierarchy. Like whenever the dope boys come in there, whenever the boys who sell drugs or fucking gangbang come in that bitch, everybody wants to know how to act for them. Whenever the fucking white people come in there, they want to know how to act for them. This man came in there with like a fucking Ferrari or something. Oh, that's a nice car, miss, like, and constantly calling people like miss and shit like that. And not to say that it's not like a respect thing, because it is a respect thing, but it also was very like borderline, like way back when in the day, right? When we had to call and refer to everybody else as Miss this and Mr. that, right? I don't know. It's just like crazy ass energy. And then just being the observer of it all just is even more interesting. And like lately I've been doing like a test study because like I'm very interested to see, like I just always am interested to see like the outcome of situations, right? So, and bitch, I be hungry too, and sometimes I don't got money to eat, so I be asking niggas like, do you guys have food that you're gonna throw away that I can like fucking eat, because like I'm starving, right? Clearly I know that I'm supposed to be on a cleanse or what the fuck ever, But that wasn't the case for the first part when I got here. Like, a bitch was supposed to be asking for food anyways. And I didn't have to anyways. I don't have to fucking explain myself. Whatever. So, it's like, the people who will do it, and based on the reasons that they will do it. Like, this girl gave me a whole pizza, and the only reason she really gave me the whole pizza is because she overheard me talking about karma. Like, there's a lady who walked in and she was like putting all the extra condiments and stuff in there, and I was like, oh yeah, like, you want to create good karma for yourself. Like, the more you do for people, you know, the more people will do for you. And it's like, she heard that and she like gave it to me, but it wasn't like she was doing it out the kindness of her heart. Like, she was doing it with the expectation of her receiving something in return. It's like, nobody operates just out of the kindness of their fucking heart. Like, people don't do things, I'm not saying like all people, but a lot of people don't do things just to be kind. Like, a lot of people just do shit to get something in return. And I feel like that's the dynamic of the world in which it is that we live in. And then a lot of people wonder why they only ever get the bare minimum. It's because they're not actually doing things. They're not actually doing things to just be kind. Like, they're just doing it so that they get something in return. And it's fucking crazy to me. But yeah, I'm just like, and I guess because like slavery was heavily a fucking thing here, right? I guess I'm just kind of like, it would make sense that the energy would be giving what it's giving here. But it's like everybody's under a spell. And it's like the white man's spell. Like, this is how you obtain success. But if everybody looks around, like, they're not fucking obtaining success. Like, you're not living the life that you could be living if you obtain what actual success is. And I'm like, do people realize that? Or like, is it just a fucking illusion? And like, man, I don't know. I was sitting in KFC and like, girl, I was doing tarot. Like, I didn't want to do tarot in KFC because like the energy's so thick in there, where it's like, motherfuckers gonna think I'm a witch. They're gonna start judging me, blah blah blah. And today I was like, fuck it. I'm busting these motherfucking cards down, and we busting out the tarot on this bitch. I don't give a fuck. So I did it, and it attracted some very interesting characters. Very interesting characters. But there's this one guy that came in, this African guy, and like, his accent was so thick, and his eyes were like, I was like, wow, like, what the fuck? Like, who are you kind of energy? And he was so like polite, and like his friend, it's like I could hear his thoughts as his friend, because like his friend was African too, but like, I'm not gonna say he wasn't okay. He was just a mixed version of an African man, right? And like, his friend's like buying KFC. He's like looking at his friend, like judging him, like, you're eating this fucking swine ass food. Like, it honestly encouraged me to like not eat that shit. Like, don't eat that shit. Like, bitch, don't eat that shit. Don't eat none of this shit, because it's not good for your vessel. And like, if you love yourself, if you take care of yourself, then you need to honor that in your body. And like, honestly, eating nothing is better than eating something that's gonna, you know, do bad for you. And like, with me not actually like working a normal job, I don't need like that fuel that I would need. It's just so many things. But anyways, I can see him like judging his friend or judging this guy, because who's to say that they're friends, right? Judging this guy that he works with, ordered this food and he didn't order shit, and he's just standing there. He's like a skinnier guy too. Like, I could just tell like his energy was very like pure and like the motherland. And he walked over to me and he was watching me do tarot, and he was just watching me, like his eyes, but he was just watching me. And I'm like, at first I was like, because you know I'm in a hyper state of awareness right now, so I'd be like, bust first, ask questions later, bitch. But God's like, no, child, like, calm down. Like, everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. Don't freak out. And I'm like, okay, yes, God, like, okay, I won't bust on these bitches, but like, I swear to God, like, girl. Anyways, I won't say anything else about that. But what I will say is that I just was like, hello. And he's like, hello. I'm like, how are you? He's like, I'm good. How are you? I wish I could talk in his accent, girl. His accent was so thick. I was like, I felt like I was under a spell, but it felt like I was in the presence of like a fucking god or something. It was fucking crazy. And like not a shapeshifter, like a real, like, nah, like this is like a god. And he asked me to pull a card for him, and I pulled the card, and I got the Four of Wands, and I gave him his reading, and he was very like astounded by it. And like he asked me for my information, and I gave him my information, and I told him my name was Indigo, and he's like, oh, it's Starseed. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you know who I am. Like, this is so cool. And I was really happy about it. And I'm like, bitch, I need to go to Africa. I need to go to Africa because I needed honey, and I want teaching about these places from physically visiting them. Like, I know like I could do my own research and I can look stuff up, and I am, like, don't get me wrong, but I really want to learn from going and visiting and meeting the people who have been there for forever, or even like in passing, meeting those people not on their native land, but like learning more about it, because that's where the fuck they grew up at. But I don't know, I find enjoyment of that because there's like the secrets of the world, they're just being exposed at this time, and it's like on a mass level, and it's like, I'm like, there's no coincidence that these are the places that I'm being drawn to, or these are the places that I'm going. At this point, I really just want to put all these fucking places out of business. Like, and it's not even like on some like fuck you type shit, but it is on some fuck you type shit. Like fucking Starbucks, fucking Planet Fitness, fucking the fucking Chinese food places, like all these fucking places that got our black people spending their hard-earned fucking cash at their establishment to get the bare fucking minimum. I want to rebrand every fucking thing and make sure that there's a place for every fucking body, and not just be saying that shit just to fucking say it. Like, everybody can come spend $1 here and get something in return. Like homeless people, like me, my situation right now, not being able to fucking get an ID, bitch, because first of all, whoa, what the fuck is that? That's a dog? That looks like a wolf. That's a really pretty dog though. Wow. He's so cute and like gentle. You're like, oh, okay. He's adorable. He's just like, yeah, this is my yard. Like, I pee here. Like, yeah, I be hanging out. It's cute. But no, like, every single one of these places, like, that's literally what the fuck it is. It's a huge fucking spell, and it's all part of the fucking matrix. And if like everybody continues to subscribe to something that doesn't ultimately accumulate to, what is it, for generational wealth, like our generational wealth, like all of these places, all the money goes back into the fucking white man's pocket, and the white man is not taking care of us. He's only fucking killing us slower and slower, one by one, every day, by every fucking day. So it's like, if somebody, me, bitch, clearly is gonna be me, and but if you're watching this, you're probably fucking gonna be a part of it. If we build things that actually feed our people, and even the energy, because you got to think about it, like people cooking, putting their hands on this food, cashing this food out, the exchange that you're doing with money, like that's all energy, it's all spells. So if we just have to change like every fucking thing, like everything. And that's why they don't want us to acknowledge our power, because they don't want us to change anything. They want us to feel like, oh, well, we don't have any other fucking option. And we have a multitude of options that are way better than these fucking options that they're presenting us. Hold on. But yeah, like, no, all this shit is ass backwards. And even like the people who get like these managerial positions, like they start thinking like, oh, I'm the manager, like, and that's the spell that they'll put over them, like you have this hierarchy now, and like make them feel like, yeah, you're not gonna have this position if you go somewhere else, like, and it's just a complete fucking spell. Like, it's a spell, it's indoctrination, it's literally still slavery, like it literally, and like people, like, it's just sad because I don't think people are fucking aware of it in the way that they need to be aware of it. Like, I really truly don't believe that they are, because I truly don't believe that if they were, that they would still be participating in it. Like, I don't know. And earlier I said, well, would they be? I don't think they would be, though. I don't think they would be, though. That's my new phrase. I don't know. I'm just tired of all this fucking shit. Like, I'm tired of all this shit. Like, all this shit. All of these fucking places need to be burnt the fuck down. Okay, maybe not. I don't know. I'm all for burning shit. But they just need to be gone. And they need to be replaced with land and fruits and vegetables. And now the technology is a thing. It's like, really, you can just gut everything out in these bitches and replace them with, like, man, like, technology is fucking crazy. Because I literally have this whole design in my head of, like, these fucking machines that do propagation in different ways to continuously keep building and reproducing plants. Like, I have it all mapped out in my fucking mind. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know. It's all mapped out in my mind, and I just feel like this is literally the point. And I also feel like it's weird. Every time I come here, these two boys always come here at the same time I come here every day. And I'm like, is it a coincidence or is it not? Because I can't tell. I also need to figure out where my knife is so I can cut my apple. So that's what I need to do, cut my apple so I can eat it. Where the fuck is my knife at? I swear to God. I swear I had it. But even earlier when I looked for it, I couldn't find it. I feel like I'm going to end up finding it in, like, the most absurd place. And be like, well, how the fuck? Well, how the fuck? When the fuck, bitch? Did it get there? When did it get there? I feel like I'm learning that all I really need is an apple a day. Like, I feel like an apple a day is, like, all you need when you're fighting crime. Somebody has to have a pocket knife. Most of these people look like pussies. So, I wouldn't expect them to have a pocket knife. But maybe I can find somebody who doesn't look like a pussy and see if they have a pocket knife. Let's see. Let's do a social experiment on camera. Because at this point, I really should just be recording all this shit. Like, the boy at KFC was so, like, full of himself. He said that, like, oh, I could tell she was going to ask me for my number. So, I just, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you're literally made of twigs. Like, what am I going to do with 2 twigs, bitch? Build a fire? Like, you clearly need wood to build a fire, and you don't got no wood, you got twigs, so. Like, baby, you got twigs. You got twigs, you don't got wood. They definitely don't have a pocket knife. Right, let's see what happens. Oh, it could just. Hey, I have a question. Do you have a pocket knife?
What?
A pocket knife? No? Okay. She literally looked at me, her face was like I was asking her. People all, and that's another thing that I realized too, like people judge before they even know what the fuck you're talking about. Like they just look at you like you're fucking crazy and they judge you. Where the fuck is my knife at? I need to eat my apple before I literally need a pocket knife to start. I found it. See? Social experiment. I feel like social experiments literally just lead to deeper understandings. But yeah, I think I've also detached myself from giving a fuck about what people think and like allowing people to just think whatever the fuck it is that they're gonna think. And like completely dissociate myself from it. Because when you got abilities and shit, it's really easy to get fixated on other people's feelings, emotions, like the shit that they're thinking about. And you really can let that shit absorb you and get in your energy when it's not your energy to begin with. Confirmation with the honking of the horn. And the siren. Police siren. Yeah, I'm just over like everybody's a pussy and everybody tries to act so fucking tough. And that's what really bothers me. Like, even after all these people plotting secretly to fucking kill me, like, none of you bitches were just gonna walk up to me and fucking murder me. Like, you had to plot and secretly, strategically plan how to fucking kill me. You could have just walked up on me and got rid of my ass. And it's like just as much magic as people were doing on me, it's like my magic was also being done on them. Because the truth of the matter is that a lot of these people, even though they say all these horrible things about me, if they told you like, oh, she did a healing exercise on me, like she did Reiki healing on me, she did energy healing on me, and it actually worked, and then it also made me more crazy. Cause I'm like, damn, this bitch really do got powers. Now I should really kill her. Like, nobody wants to talk about how the magic that I've done on them has worked. Like making niggas realize that they actually do have a heart. And that they're not fucking Satan. It's beyond me. Truly, truly is. I don't know. Did I tell you guys that? I did tell you guys that. Did I? So there's this guy that I met yesterday. He comes to my gym sometimes. Well, he literally just started coming to my gym. And he's like telling me about like how he grew up around mobsters and like he used to be a sheriff, deputy, or whatever. But he was like talking so fucking fast, yo. He just was talking so fast, and I'm like, I couldn't tell if he was nervous or not, but I almost cut my finger off. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, no. Like that fucking meme that I shared where it's like he cut his finger off so he used his toe to replace his finger. I would do that. I would use my toe to replace my finger. If I ever lost my finger. For sure. But no. He was talking like real fast. He just kept like saying shit. And I'm like, first of all, he was interrupting me during my workout. It's like I couldn't even fucking work out because he was interrupting me. And like at this point in my life, when people think that I'm a certain way, that's just how I pretend to be. But it really just makes it easier for me to read them when I do that. Because they don't expect me to be what it is that I am. But then I can tell, like in the first sitting, like, okay, this is where this is going kind of energy. So, you know, after the first time, the first conversation, then it dictates like how I'm gonna deal with you after the fact. To be completely honest. Which I feel like so far, that's really been working out for me. Because it's been keeping me from, or that whole power play thing where people like try to force you into like listening to them and what they're saying and their conversation and so on and so forth. And it's like, no, actually, I'm a human being and I get to talk too. I just don't do that whole, oh, I'm gonna out-talk you and I'm just gonna talk about myself thing anyways. I don't do a lot of shit no more, to be honest. But he just kept talking to me and I didn't understand why he was talking to me. And then I kept pulling the Chariot and the Ten of Swords. And then in my head, I'm like, are you the cop that's supposed to off me? Like, are you the person that's supposed to off me? Cause it's like, girl, that's what it was giving. And he kept saying like, oh, when you meet my family, he was like, oh, when you meet, and he's like, oh, if you ever meet my family, and I'm like, in what world would I ever be going anywhere with you? Like, in what world would I ever just be like, all right, strange man, let's hang out? Like, the fuck? Never met you before. You see me at the gym every day. You just want to say hi and you want to talk to me. And you think I think that we're besties? And then it's even weirder because he knows the guy at the gym that had a really deep conversation with me and then just started to like ignore me on some macho shit, like, oh, I got muscles, so you should just talk to me type shit. Like, what the fuck? You know how many niggas in this world got muscles? Like, nigga, what the fuck? What did you think? What the fuck do people really be thinking? So in my head, I'm like, okay, you're opposition to, like, it's like I'm reading through everybody. It's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I think people be thinking that, like, oh, she's lonely, she needs friends, or she can't make friends. I'm like, no, if I wanted to be around a group of fucking people, I would be around a group of fucking people. Like, I'm the life of the motherfucking party. I am the party. I'm a walking party, like Snicky was saying. But it's like, no, that's not what the fuck I came here for. I ain't come here to fucking party and hang out. Like, bitch, I'm at the gym every day. I came here to get my body together. To get my body, my mind, my soul together. And like, if I just so happen to make a friend, that's nice. But don't come to me on no slick shit. Cause this knife can have more than peanut butter on it, on some real shit. But it's like, instead of trying to sit there and do a tarot reading and read on the energy that I already know I'm picking up, I'm just calling it like I see it. It's ready to be blunt. Why get into all the details when we could just be straight to the point with the shit? You are trying to off me. You're trying to sacrifice me. It's not gonna work. You're trying to do magic on me. You're trying to be all up in my energy and talk all fast and shit. Like, no, I'm not doing none of that shit. Now, like, people are like, oh, you could be wrong. No, I'm not. I'm never wrong. Like, fuck. I don't know. It's not even being no cocky shit, because I'm not cocky at all. It's just on some I am aware type shit. Like, you can't put me to sleep, bitch. I'm already woke. And then it'd be crazy because it'd be men, they be trying to like overpower me or dominate me, and I'm like, in the spiritual realm, I'm a nigga. Or I'm a masculine, right? So it's like, in what world? Like, there are literally men in this world that are trying to be like me, trying to operate in my energy, trying to exist in my energy. So in what world did you think that I needed to feel superior or equal to you in the sense of forming that in a fucking mediocre ass way, in a pissing contest? Like, and then what really gave it away was when he mentioned Massachusetts, Connecticut, but when he mentioned pizza. Now, you know, on my channel, I said I was manifesting pizza. So you think you just gonna slip in some shit that you seen? This is how my ability works. If you say some shit that you heard me say and you say it out your fucking mouth, I can literally see it in my third eye that you got that from what I said, which tells me that you were watching my shit, which tells me everything it is that I need to know. Like, what the fuck do people really think? I'm fucking stupid? Like, people really think that I'm not gifted and chosen out here in this bitch. And I just be like, in what world do you live in, bitch? Because I'm not from there, nor do I live there. Like, I know you see me standing on the same ground as you, but bitch, I'm not here. Like, I'm an illusion to your imagination. And everything that you thought that it was that you was finna do to my ass. So you mean to tell me it's retired cops, it's niggas not on the force no more, that's after me, that's coming for me, that's not even from here, but yeah, you down here minding my business? Talk about you came to the gym. You're not sweating enough for me, baby. Sorry, I'm just irritated because they really trying my ass. But I feel like this is key information to whatever the fuck is going on behind the scenes. And that's when I really know it's some bullshit. Because my brain don't let me remember shit. My brain don't let me remember shit that's insignificant. Like, I don't even remember his name. I don't remember Buddy's name. I know what he looked like, though. And I'm like, because your name is insignificant. Like, we're not gonna be friends. They asked me the same questions, like, oh, if I talk more to her, then she'll say more stuff to me. Like, no, I won't. You can talk as much as you want. I'm not gonna tell you my business. That's like somebody asking you for your social security card just through passing. Like, oh, can I get your social? Like, what the fuck? Like, the fuck do you need that for? Like, niggas is weird. And then I just be playing along. Like, at this point, y'all might as well put me on the task force. Y'all might as well go ahead and put me on the task force. Because, baby, y'all might as well just go ahead Give me a little badge and a little flashlight. Let my ass clock in. Let my ass clock in real quick. Cause they ass funny. I'm a chameleon out here in these streets. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video because I'm just talking shit at this point. But I love you guys. Planet Fitness is a cult. Starbucks is a cult. KFC is a cult. Never forget it. I'll see you guys later.